morning, students. Welcome to the second session of mathematics class. As you all know, in the previous session we had started with the topic or the chapter sequences and series. Today we are going to continue from the basics. Some more problems we are going to do. Write down the next problem. Write the first 5 terms. Write the first 5 terms of each of the sequences and obtain the corresponding series Under this, sub-question number 1, A1 equals 3, AN equals 3 into AN minus 1 plus 2 for n greater than 1. Sub-question number 2, A1 equals minus 1, AN equals AN minus 1 by n, where n greater than or equal to 2. And the last problem, A1 equals A2 equals 2, AN equals AN minus 1 when n greater than 2. Okay, now look at the question. What is the question asking us to do? Write the first 5 terms of each of the sequences and obtain the corresponding series. The first question is A1 equals 3, AN is given to be 3 into AN minus 1 plus 2 for all values of n greater than 1. We need to find out the first 5 terms, then we should also find out the corresponding series associated with that particular sequence. Okay, first we shall start with the first question. We will start writing the first 5 terms. The first term is already given to be 3. We will calculate the next 4 terms. Okay, the second term, third term, fourth term and the fifth term. Okay, so we will use the general formula for the sequence. AN equals 3 into AN minus 1 plus 2. Okay, so we need to find out the second term, A2. How do we find out the second term A2? I substitute n equals 2 in place of this formula. So what do I get? When I put n equals 2, what do I get? A2, which is the second term, equals 3 into A2 minus 1 plus 2. A2 minus 1 is nothing but what? 3 into A2 minus 1 is A1 plus 2. So it is nothing but 3 times the first term plus 2. But what is the first term? First term, it is given to be A3. First term is given to be A3. So I substitute there. So what do we get? 3 into 3 plus 2. 3 into 3 is 9. 9 plus 2 is 11. So the second term of this particular sequence is 11. Moving on, third term A3 is nothing but 3 into A3 minus 1 plus 2. So this is nothing but 3 into A3 minus 1 is A2 plus 2. So what is A2? Just now we calculated A2 to be 11. Substituting here, what do we get? 3 into 11 plus 2. So what is that equal to? 3 11s are 33. 33 plus 2, we get it as 35. Okay, the fourth term, A4. Again, what do we get? 3 into A4 minus 1 plus 2, that is nothing but equal to 3 times A3 plus 2. What is A3? It is 35. So this is nothing but 3 into 35 plus 2. So what is 3 into 35? 5 3s are 15. We get 1 carry. 3 3s are 9 plus 1 10. So that is 105 plus 2, which is nothing but 107. Okay. A5. What is A5? 3 into A5 minus 1 plus 2. 3 into A5 minus 1 plus 2. So this is 3 into A4 plus 2. 3 into A4 plus 2. What is A4 value? A4 value is 107. So that is 3 into 107 plus 2. We will find out 3 into 107. 107 into 3. 3 7s are 21. 3 1s are 3. So 321 plus 2, that is nothing but 323. So we have found out the next 4 terms of this sequence. First term is 3. Second term we calculated as 11. Third term we calculated it to be 35. Fourth term we got it as 107. And fifth term we got it to be 323. So we have calculated or found out the first 5 terms of the sequence in question number 1. Now what else should we do? We have to obtain the corresponding series. So what is a series? Just recall what a series is. It is nothing but the expression, right, wherein you remove the commas and replace it with plus sign in a sequence, right? So what is the sequence? First of all, we'll write the sequence here. First term is 3. So the sequence is, what is the sequence? First term is 3, second term is comma 11, comma third term is 35, comma fourth term is 107, comma fifth term is 323. And so on, right? Because you can see in the question you have for n greater than 1. So for n greater than 1, lower limit is given. I can write n greater than 1. The first number is 2. After that comes 3, 4, 5. But it does not stop at 5. It goes on. So there are terms even after the 5th term for this particular sequence. So I have mentioned, I have written 3 dots. That 3 dots again signifies that this is an infinite sequence. Okay. Now that we have written the sequence, the first 5 terms we have written, how can we write the corresponding series? What is the series associated with this sequence? As simple as that, I just replace the commas with plus sign. I remove the commas, put plus sign in between, that will be the corresponding series. So, hence, the corresponding series is 3 plus 11 plus 35 plus 107 plus 323 plus so on. So, that is the corresponding series of this particular sequence. Look at the second problem. First term is given to be minus 1 and the general terms, the terms after 1, 2, 3, 4, okay, it is given as an equals an minus 1 by n. So, we will write that down now. A1, which is the first term, is given to be minus 1. Next terms, after the first term, we have to use the formula an equals an minus 1 by n. So, this formula to be used for all values of n greater than or equal to 2. We will find out the first 5 terms first, then same method we will write the sequence. After writing the sequence, we will write the corresponding series. Okay. Second term, A2. You can pause the video, okay, just like the previous problem, you do it and then you can play it back again and check whether your answers is matching mine. Okay. A2 minus 1 by 2. So, A2 minus 1 is nothing but A1 by 2. A1 is already given to be minus 1. So, the second term we get it as minus 1 by 2. Third term A3 is nothing but using this same formula repeatedly. A3 minus 1 by 3, which is nothing but A2 by 3. A2 we calculated it to be minus 1 by 2 whole divided by 3. This is nothing but minus 1 by 6. Fourth term, what's the fourth term? Fourth term is A4 minus 1 by 4. A4 minus 1 by 4. A4 minus 1 is nothing but A3 by 4. A3 is minus 1 by 6 whole divided by 4. This is nothing but minus 1 by 24. Then fifth term, A5. What is A5 equal to? A5 minus 1 by 5. That is nothing but A4 by 5. What is A4? It is minus 1 by 24 by 5. So, what is 20 minus 1 by 24 into 5? What do we get it as? 4 5s are 20, 5 2s are 10, 12, 120. So, it is minus 1 by 120. So, we have found out the first 5 terms of the sequence. Hence, what will the sequence be? The sequence is, so the sequence is what is the sequence? First term is minus 1, comma, second term minus 1 by 2, comma, third term minus 1 by 6, comma, fourth term minus 1 by 24, comma, fifth term minus 1 by 120, comma, so on. I have written 3 dots again because this is an infinite sequence. Okay, what is the corresponding series? Hence, the corresponding series will be what? I just replace the commas with plus sign. What do I get? Minus 1 plus minus 1 by 2 plus minus 1 by 6 plus minus 1 by 24 plus minus 1 by 120 plus so on. So, we have found out the sequence and also the corresponding series. The last problem is similar to these two problems. You can try it as homework. Moving on. Write down the next question. The Fibonacci sequence, the Fibonacci sequence, the Fibonacci sequence is defined by 1 equals A1 equals A2 and AN equals AN minus 1 plus AN minus 2 for n greater than 2. Find AN plus 1 by AN for n equals 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. Okay, look here, the Fibonacci sequence. So, what is the Fibonacci sequence? The definition of Fibonacci sequence is given here. We have 1 equals A1 equals A2. It means that the first term and the second term are both equal to 1. And if we have to find the third term, fourth term, the terms thereafter the second term, we have to use the formula AN equals AN minus 1 plus AN minus 2. What is the question asking us to do? We have to find the formula or the value of AN plus 1 by AN for the values of n 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. Okay. Now, look at this expression. We have AN plus 1 by AN. So, what are the values of n? What is the highest value that we need? N takes the highest value 5. So, when I put n equals 5 in this expression, what happens? We get A5 plus 1 by A5. A5 plus 1 is nothing but A6 by A5. So, we need at least up to A6 values of the Fibonacci sequence. The sixth term, up to the sixth term, we need to calculate. We will do that now. So, this is the solution. The first and the second terms are already given to be 1. We will start calculating from the third term. So, A3. So, what is A3 equal to? I can write this as A3 minus 1 plus a3 minus 2. So what is a3 minus 1? It is a2 plus what is a3 minus 2? It is a1. So this is nothing but a2 plus a1. What is a2 equal to? a2 value is 1 plus what is a1 value equal to? That is also equal to 1. 1 plus 1 is 2. So the third term is nothing but equal to 2. Similarly, we have to find till the sixth term, a4. What is a4? a4 minus 1 plus a4 minus 2. Okay, 4 minus 1 is a3 plus 4 minus 2 is a2. What is a3? Third term value is 2 plus a2. a2 value is 1. 2 plus 1 is nothing but 3. Hence, value of a4 is 3. Okay, a5. What is a5? a5 minus 1 plus a5 minus 2. Okay, a5 minus 1 is a4 plus a5 minus 2 is a3. So what is a4 value? a4 is 3. So that is 3 plus what is a3 value? a3 is 2. 3 plus 2 we get 5. So the fifth term is 5. Calculating the sixth term, a6 is nothing but a6 minus 1 plus a6 minus 2. a6 minus 1 is nothing but a5. a6 minus 2 is nothing but a4. Okay. What is the fifth term? a5. a5 is 5. What is a4? a4 is 3. 5 plus 3 is 8. So the sixth term is 8. We have calculated first term, second term already given on the question. Third term we calculated it to be 2. Fourth term is 3. Fifth term is 5. And sixth term is 8. Okay, I will write these terms here. So the third term, a3, we got it to be 2. a4 is 3. Okay, the fifth term, a5. Fifth term, a5 is 5, and the sixth term, a6 is 8. Okay. Now that we have all the values, we shall find out an plus 1 by an. An plus 1 by an for the values of n 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. Okay, now when n equals 1, okay, what happens to an plus 1? An plus 1 by an. What happens to this? It is nothing but a1 plus 1 by a1. a1 plus 1 is nothing but a2 by a1. But what is a2? a2 is 1. What is a1? a1 is also 1. 1 by 1 is nothing but 1. So when n equals 1, an plus 1 by an value is 1. Okay. When n is 2, what happens to an plus 1 by an? That is nothing but a2 plus 1 by a2 A2 plus 1 is A3 by A2. What is A3 value? A3 is 2. So that is 2 by A2 value. A2 value is 1. 2 by 1 is 2. When n is 3, what's an plus 1 by an? It's nothing but a3 plus 1 by a3. a3 plus 1 is a4 by a3. What is a4 value? a4 value is 3. a2 value is 2. So it is 3 by 2. When n is 4, an plus 1 by an. What will that become? a4 plus 1 by a4, which is nothing but a5 by a4. But what is a5 value? It is 5. What is a4 value? It is 3. So it is 5 by 3. Last term, n equals 5. What happens to an plus 1 by an? We have a5 plus 1 by a5. a5 plus 1 is a6 by a5. What is a6? a6, we have calculated it to be 8. a6 is 8. a5 is 5. So that is 8 by 5. Moving on to the next topic, that is arithmetic progression or AP. In your previous classes, you have studied what AP is. In the previous class of sequence and series, I recall to you what AP is, and we also saw certain examples on AP. Nevertheless, let me just define to you what an AP is once again. We will just recall the important concepts under AP. So what is an AP? The definition goes like this. An AP is a sequence of numbers wherein you have a common difference in between consecutive terms, right? So an AP is a sequence of numbers where you have common difference between any two consecutive terms. Consecutive terms means, in the previous class I told you, right, first and second term, consecutive terms. Second, third term, they are consecutive term. Third, fourth term, they are consecutive term, right? But first and third term, they are not consecutive terms because the second term is in between first and third term. Similarly, second and fourth term, you cannot call them to be consecutive because there is the third term coming in between the second and the fourth term. So there has to be a same difference, constant difference between any two consecutive terms. Such a sequence of numbers is said to be an AP. Okay. Now, how does the general form of an AP look like? Okay. Now, if A be the first term of an AP, okay, and D, small d, be the common difference. Small a is the first term if we are taking, and a small d if you are considering to be the common difference of the AP. How might the terms of the AP look like? Okay, what is the first term? First term is a, comma, right? What is the next term? Second term. If a is the first term, d is the common difference, what must be the second term? It must be a plus d, correct? Why? Because second term minus first term, a plus d minus a, you have to get back d. Do you get back d? Yes, A minus A cancels and we get D. So, the second term is A plus D. Similarly, what might the third term be? It is A plus 2D, correct? Why? Third term minus second term. So, this is the first term, this is the second term, this is the third term. Third term minus second term, A plus 2D minus A plus D. You have to get back D. Do we get back D? Yes. Plus A minus A cancels. 2D minus D is nothing but D. So, again there is a common difference between consecutive term. The common difference is coming for difference between consecutive terms. Okay. What might the fourth term be? Again you can write it as A plus 3D. This will be the fourth term and so on. So, there will be the fifth, the sixth and the continuing terms. But just look here, first term we have A, okay, the position of A is 1 because that is the first term. Second term we have A plus D, so the position of A plus D is 2 because that is the second term. Third term is A plus 2D, position of A plus 2D is 3. Fourth term is A plus 3D, position of A plus 3D in the sequence is 4. Okay. Now, just look here, look at the coefficient of the common difference and the corresponding position of the terms. Okay. Just draw your attention to the coefficient of common difference and the corresponding position of the terms. If common difference is 1, here the common difference is 1, but which term is this? It is the second term. So, the position is 2, but the coefficient of D is 1. Similarly, here look at the coefficient of D. Coefficient of D is 2, but the position of A plus 2D term is 3, right? Again, coefficient of D here is 3, but the position of the term A plus 3D is 4. Okay. Now, what can you say looking at the coefficient of D's and the corresponding position of the terms, right? When coefficient is 1, the position is 2. So, what can you say? Coefficient of D is 1 unit less than the position, right? Coefficient of D is 1 unit less than the position of that particular term, or in vice versa, in a reverse way, you can say that the position of the term is 1 more than the coefficient of the common difference, right? If that is so, if you have understood how we have written this, so the first term is A plus D is the second term. Whenever coefficient of D is 1, we have the position to be 2. Whenever coefficient of D is 2, position is 1 more than that. Okay. What might the nth term be? Okay. What might a general nth term? Okay. N can be any natural number. It can be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, any natural number. But in general, how can we write the nth term or the general term of the AP if A is the first term, D is the common difference? We have to think of that. So, we use this, okay, observation. Coefficient of D is 1 unit less than the position of the term, right? So, using that, how might I write the nth term? It will be nothing but A plus, the position is n, I have to have the coefficient 1 less than the position. 1 less than n is nothing but n minus 1, right? 1 less than n is nothing but n minus 1 into d. So the nth term is nothing but a plus n minus 1 into d. Okay, you can see here when the coefficient of d is 1, position is 2. So I can write this as 1 plus 1. 2 can be written as 1 plus 1. Similarly here, coefficient of d is 2. Position is 3. I can write 3 as 2 plus 1. Okay. Similarly here, coefficient of d is 3. Position is 4. I can write 4 as coefficient of d plus 1. So you can see that we have used coefficient of d plus 1. 1 more than the coefficient of d is the position of the term. Similarly here, okay, the coefficient of d is n minus 1, n minus 1 plus 1. 1 more than the coefficient of d, n minus 1 plus 1. Minus 1 plus 1 cancels and you get back n. So we have found out the general form of an AP if first term is given to be a and the common difference is given to be d. So the general form is a comma a plus d comma a plus 2d comma a plus 3d, so on. The nth term or the general term is a plus n minus 1 into d. Moving on to the next concept. The next concept is arithmetic mean. The next concept is arithmetic mean or AM. Arithmetic mean or AM. So what is arithmetic mean? Say if we have two numbers, small a and small b, okay? The arithmetic mean of these two numbers is the number such that a comma capital A comma b is an AP where this capital A is the arithmetic mean. So in other words, what is arithmetic mean of two numbers? If I have two numbers a and b, then a number which comes in between a and b, if capital A is the arithmetic mean, then the sequence of numbers a comma b, small a comma capital A comma b will be an AP, where capital A is said to be the arithmetic mean of the numbers a and b. Okay. Now, how do we find out arithmetic mean capital A of two numbers a and b? As the definition itself says, a, small a, capital B, this is an AP, right? So, we must find a common difference between any two consecutive terms. So, second term minus first term, that is capital A minus small a, will be nothing but a common difference d. Again, third term minus the second term, b minus capital A, that will also be the common difference d. Okay, since these are both one and the same numbers, we can equate the LHS. Equating the LHS, what do we get? Capital A minus small a equals b minus capital A. I take minus capital A on the LHS minus small a on the RHS. So we get a, this becomes plus a equals, I am taking minus small a, that side becomes plus a plus b. So a plus a is 2a, which is equal to a plus b. So from this, capital A equals A plus B by 2. So what is capital A? Capital A is nothing but the arithmetic mean of the numbers A and B. So if you know two numbers, given two numbers A and B, you can find out the arithmetic mean by this formula, A plus B whole divided by 2. So what is arithmetic mean of two numbers? If I have two numbers A and B, okay, the arithmetic mean of A and B, if it is said to be capital A, then the sequence of numbers small a, comma capital A, comma small b will be an AP. So that is the meaning of arithmetic mean. So we have also found out, given two numbers, what is the formula for arithmetic mean. So the formula is capital A. If that is the arithmetic mean, then A plus B by 2. Okay. Further moving on, if we have, say, two numbers A and B given to us, and if we are asked to insert, say, n terms or n numbers in between small a and small b, in between these two numbers, such that the resulting sequence be an AP. Okay, so we have these two numbers given to us, and we are asked to insert n terms in between these two. Okay, so let those n terms be, say, capital A1, capital A2, comma capital A3, comma so on, capital AN. Okay, say the terms, n terms are A1, A2, A3, so on, AN. And we are asked to insert these n terms in between A and B. So how will the total series look like? It looks like this: small a, comma capital A1, comma capital A2, comma capital A3, comma so on, comma capital AN, comma B. Okay, so these two numbers were given to us, and we inserted n numbers in between A and B, in between the given numbers A and B, such that the sequence, this sequence A, comma A1, comma A2, comma A3, so on, comma AN, comma B is an AP. Okay, so if this is an AP, how do we find out? How do we find out values of A1, A2, A3 up to AN is the question. Okay, I repeat once again, we have been given two numbers A and B, and we are asked to insert n terms in between A and B. Which are those n terms? A1, A2, A3, so on, AN. Okay, such that the resulting sequence, which sequence? This sequence, A, comma A1, comma A2, comma A3, comma so on, comma AN, comma B must be a AP. So how do we find out values of A1, A2, A3, so on, AN? We only know the values of small a and small b. We have to find out values of A1, A2 up to AN. How do we do this? First and foremost, okay, we are going to find out the common difference. The formula for common difference, D, is equal to nothing but B minus A whole divided by N plus 1. So you need to know this formula. D equals B minus A whole divided by N plus 1. So A and B will be given to us. Okay, so those are the two numbers. What is N? N is nothing but the number of terms specified to be inserted in between A and B. If it is 4 terms, then N will be 4. if you have to insert 5 terms, then n will be 5. If you have to insert 3 terms, then n will be 3 accordingly. Okay. So for every one of those situation, any finite number n, okay, you can use this formula to find out the common difference. Okay. Once we find out the common difference, and since this sequence of numbers needs to be an AP, okay, A1, okay, A1 is nothing but the second term, right? A is the first term, A1 is the second term of the AP, okay. D is the common difference, A is the first term. So A1 being the second term, A1 will be equal to A plus D. I repeat once again, we have been given A and B, okay, we have to insert some n number of terms, okay. We use the formula for common difference, D equals B minus A by n plus 1, okay. N is the number of terms to be inserted in between A and B. You can see in this sequence, A is the first term, A1 is the second term, A2 is the third term, and so on. So, if A is first term, D is common difference, then the second term, capital A1, will be nothing but A plus D. Similarly, A2 will be A plus 2 into D. Similarly, A3 will be nothing but A plus 3 into D, and so on. AN. What will AN be equal to? It will be nothing but A plus N into D. So, first we have to find out the common difference D by using this formula. Then we find out the n terms A1 up to AN using these formula. A plus D, A plus 2D is A2, A plus 3D is A3, so on. AN will be A plus N into D. To illustrate this, we will work out a problem. So just write down this problem. Example, insert 6 numbers in between 3 and 24 such that the resulting sequence is an AP, such that the resulting sequence is an AP. Okay, we will use this concept. Okay, so what are A and B here? A is 3. Okay, looking at the right hand side of the board. Okay, so to illustrate this, I have taken this example. This problem is important from the point of view of the exam. Okay, A is 3 and B is 24. So let small a be 3 and small b be equal to 24. Okay, we need to insert how many terms? Look at the question. Insert 6 numbers in between 3 and 24 such that the resulting sequence is an AP. So value of n will be nothing but equal to 6. So value of n will be equal to 6 because we have to insert 6 numbers in between 3 and 24. Okay. Now what is the first step? We have to find out the common difference by using this formula, b minus a whole divided by n plus 1. So d equals, okay, b is 24 minus a. First I will write the formula, b minus a by n plus 1. What is b? b is 24 minus a is 3 whole divided by n plus 1. n is 6 plus 1. Okay, 24 minus 3 is 21, 6 plus 1 is 7. 21 by 7 is 3. So I have calculated the common difference to be equal to 3. Once we have calculated the common difference, to find out the n terms, okay, so let us take the n, let the 6 numbers, okay, let be a1, comma a2, comma a3, comma a4, comma a5, comma a6 and a6. Okay, so what is a1? a1 is nothing but a plus d, a plus d. We have got the value of a, we have calculated the value of d. All we have to do is a1 will be a plus d, a2 will be a plus 2 into d, a3 will be a plus 3 into d, and so on. So calculating that, a1 is nothing but, we know that a plus d, okay, a1 is a plus d. What is value of a? Value of a is 3. What is value of d? Value of d is again 3. So 3 plus 3 equals 6. Then what is a2? a2 will be nothing but a plus 2d, right? a2 is a plus 2d. So that is 3 plus 2 into 3. 3 plus 2 into 3. So what is that equal to? 3 2s are 6, 6 plus 3, 9. Similarly, a3 will be a plus 3d. So that is 3 plus 3 into 3 will be 12. a4 is a plus 4d, which is 3 plus 4 into 3, which is 15. Okay. Similarly, a5. What is a5? a plus 5 into d, that is 3 plus 5 into 3. 5 3s are 15. 15 plus 3, 18. And the last number, the sixth number, is a6 equals a plus 6d. a plus 6d is 3 plus 6 into 3. 6 3s are 18. 18 plus 3, 21. So we have found out the 6 numbers to be inserted in between 3 and 24 such that the resulting sequence is an AP. You can observe that. So what is the resulting sequence? First number is 3. Second term will be A1, which is 6. Then 9, comma 12, 15, 18, 21, and the last term is nothing but 24. So you can also see that we have this sequence which is an AP. 6 minus 3 is 3, 9 minus 6 is 3 again, 12 minus 9 is 3 again. So we have inserted 6 numbers, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 in between the numbers 3 and 24 such that the resulting sequence is an AP. Okay. So we will continue further problems we will do in the next class. Thank you.